everybody, and welcome to week 3 of our piccolo series. This week we are finally going to be tackling that high register. For real, guys, this is a great time to start getting your earplugs out. I have got here these kind of like silicone little guys. They might be useful. We are going to be really kind of hitting that high register today. I'm a little bit afraid, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. But I think with this exercise, it's going to be a little bit easier. By now, I'm hoping that you guys have kind of got to a place where your piccolo playing is starting to feel more comfortable. You've done those nice intonation exercises. You've got your fingers moving nicely. And we actually are getting ready, hopefully, to move into that high register. If you guys haven't done that work, you haven't seen those videos that have, been coming out, I encourage you maybe just go do some of that work first. I think, I was having a conversation with one of my patrons about this, and we were chatting about how we don't want to practice piccolo because it's so terrifying to go straight into those like high registers and that out of tune middle register. And that's always, we know that's the problem area, and we know that's what we have to practice. But instead of spending time really working those lovely low registers and middle registers and really kind of getting what we can do right now really good, which will then help support the things that are more challenging, we kind of just like launch straight into the tough stuff. So I'm encouraging us to not do that. Same thing with this exercise. If you get to a point where it's just too much or you're overwhelmed, stop and move on with it tomorrow. Tomorrow's another day and you can pick it up again and kind of carry on from there. I don't know if I've developed this exercise. It probably exists somewhere already, but it's a little exercise that I've been using that kind of really helps me kind of get into those high registers in a slightly less fearful way, hopefully. Now, it's basically very quick little scales going up and then just sort of coming down naturally. If your scales, or if you can't play this fast or this quickly, I want you to not worry about it so much. You've got two possibilities. Number one, you can just play the scales a little bit slower. Or number two, just move those fingers and see what happens and know that the real aim is to get to that high note. So I'm going to start on a D, middle D. Well, not middle D actually, but the second D on the piccolo. And we're going to just do a little D major scale all the way up. And you can do a little arpeggio going down like that, or you can really do whatever you like coming down, really. All right, the next step is then to either go up by a semitone if you can, or a whole tone if that's easier for you, but really going to the E flat. So once again, you can do it slower. Or really fast. I think the important thing is that you move up there quite fearlessly and you really crescendo up there, really just let the air flow, go up there. If it squeaks or cracks or screams or whatever it does, let it do what it needs to do. This is really about just getting brave in that high register. So the next one is E. Really just getting brave and allowing yourself to go there, then F. And you can do them a few times till they really start to get clean and nice. The really important thing, once again, in this high register is don't tense your embouchure. It's been such an amazing process for me over the last few weeks. When I first started playing again and I was like, I feel like I cannot get this instrument in tune without being really tight here. And I purposefully tried to not allow myself to go there, as I spoke about in the first video. And it's been so amazing to see how my embouchure has really gently and gradually adapted to this piccolo and to this instrument. And that I'm slowly starting to get much more control without that extreme tension, and I get more of the tone quality that I want. So the same thing up in this high register, guys. Don't just get tight. Let's do F sharp. Ooh. So maybe I'm going to just practice it once or twice a little bit slower so that I know what the scale actually is supposed to sound like. When last have I practiced F sharp major? And so on and so forth in G major. Then G sharp, another one that I haven't done in a while. Round about now, guys, you'd be wanting, by latest, to shove your earplugs in and just get your ears protected. Guys, piccolo can be really dangerous for your ears. Like, you want to make sure that you're protecting your ears. Even in orchestra, like if you're playing in orchestra, you really want to make sure, you know, you're doing something here. Also, if I sound bad, and I can't hardly hear myself, so if I sound bad now, I won't know so much. So for me today, that's probably where I would kind of draw my limit, just because after this, it's going to become uncontrolled and crazy. So I'd probably practice that maybe for a day or two, getting comfortable there, and then start going higher and higher and higher. If you stick with me on Instagram, you will hopefully see me going to more dizzying heights than that. It's a little bit, you know, but no shame, because this is what we do. And then we're like, oh, I'm such a bad player because I can't get into that high register. But actually, I just need to give myself a chance to practice this little guy. So that is my challenge to you guys. Don't overdo it. Do what is comfortable. Go just beyond that and then have some fun.